Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda and it is Friday, which means it's time for 5 on Friday. First of all, an apology. There was no 5 on Friday last week because I forgot. I just forgot to do it and I didn't remember until Saturday. But being how the videos that I filmed last Friday, I usually film these on Thursday, but the ones I filmed on last Friday after I threw my back out they're not good. I'm sorry for anyone who sat through them. It's probably a good thing. Anyway, I am back this week. So 5 on Friday was started by Suey over at Suey's Book Banner in the Book Banter. And the idea is that each Friday we give you a themed list of 5 books. It could be anything. Suey's taking a little break from it, but she does say she's going to come back. So keep watching. But do check out her channel. Her videos are really nice and slick. And mine are, I set my timer for 5 minutes and I talk. And we don't coordinate our themes, so it could be anything. So let me get started. And I say 5 minutes, that's my limit. See if I can do this all in 5 minutes. Okay, timer. And as always, I am not prepared with this part. Okay, 5 minutes. I was inspired this week because Mexico, our neighbor to the south, this week, elected their first female president. So hey US, Mexico beat you. Also first Jewish president, so hey US, Mexico beat you. And so I was inspired to do a list of 5 books of women who get it shay done. So the first 2 I have on this list are actually more the character because they're parts of series and there's many books, but we'll start with them. And I'm starting, of course, with the one who gets the it shay done, Miss Marple. This is her collected short stories, but there's a bunch of books too. And this is one of Agatha Christie's 2 most well-known detectives, the other being Poirot. And Miss Marple is your little village little old lady who watches everything and has a brain to put things together. And she's a little bit, she's got a mean streak there. She thinks people should be punished for things, but people always overlook her because she's a little old lady, but she's the one who solves all the mysteries and she gets it done. So my next book is the first, well, it's also a character, but I've only read the first book, so I can't say much more. And I just finished it yesterday. And that is Antipoldi. And the book I read was Antipoldi and the Sicilian Lions by Mario Giordano, translated from the German. So Antipoldi is a 60-year-old woman who her love of her life, who is her ex-husband, has died. So she has decided she's going to move back to his native Sicily and drink herself to death. So she moves back to Sicily to be with his siblings and gets drunk every day except Wednesday. And she also hosts her nephew who's trying to write a book. And someone gets murdered and she's quite the character. She has to solve the murder. I really enjoyed this book. I was really surprised to enjoy it because the ratings on it are not great on Goodreads or Storygraph, but I thought it was delightful. And maybe cozy mystery is not really my thing, but man, that's quite a colorful character. So I recommend Antipoldi. My third book, big change, is The 13th Tale. There are a lot of women in here. Mostly this is a story of someone telling someone else a story. And I always get that. This is one of my favorite books, but I haven't read in a while, so I have to look up the characters' names. So Vida Winter is an author who once wrote a book called The 13 Tales, and the 13th Tale is missing. And she contracts Margaret Lee, who is a writer, to come write her story. And she tells her story, and wow, things happen in this book, but the women get things done. And this is a dark and twisty book if you like dark and twisty books, which I do. So yeah, this one's all about women getting stuff done. Next book I do not have with me because I don't know why I don't have it with me. I think it went to a little free library. Not that I don't like it, it just, And that's Hench by Natalie Zena Walshotz. So this is about Anna, who is a sort of a temp data person, and she works for superheroes until she gets caught up in the middle of a superhero thing and gets injured, and she's just fed up, so she goes to work for supervillains. And then there's a big question about who's the hero, who's the villain. But let me tell you, it's all Anna who gets it done. So definitely. How am I doing on time? Okay, I got Anna. It's a fun story with this character who really is just she's just trying to make a living, and she's in the middle of all these weird things because we're talking about superheroes and supervillains. And yeah, there's a sequel to this one coming out. I don't know what it's called, but it's coming out this year, and I'm excited to read it. Okay, my fourth one was actually the first one that jumped into my mind, and this is like the ultimate women getting it shay done book. State of Terror by Hillary Rodham Clinton and Louise Penny. So there you go. Actually, she came up with the story. She wrote the story is basically how it goes. So this is, I don't know where Hillary Clinton came up with the story, but it's about a female Secretary of State. And going through this whole thing, it is just a ride. It is a ride. And there's a lot of stuff in here that you know is true, but it's kind of crazy. Like she has these meetings with the other world leaders and she talks to them like the squares they are in the Zoom camera or whatever. I will say some real life characters are only very, very vaguely disguised in here. So if you are, let's say, maybe on the red side and you read, maybe not a good book for you, but hey, otherwise this is quite the ride. And let me tell you, they get stuff done. So how did I do? 15 seconds left. There you go. 5 books with women who get it shay done. That's my 5 on Friday this week. So I have no clue what I'm doing next week, but we will see. And as I said, I usually kind of listen to what goes on in the news and things like that to see if something inspires me. And yeah, so we'll see what happens next week. I promise to remember to do it. And thank you very much. Like, subscribe, join my Discord, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.